So expect Naseem to either go full and wide or take pace off perhaps, look for those, the odd Yorker. Pace off.
And New Zealand will want both Neesham and Mitchell now to go. Got 15 legal deliveries remaining. You want a minimum of 30 or more. Pakistan right now, if you said that after 17.8 they'd conceded 129, they would have taken it. Well, Wasim with a couple of overs, I expect him to bowl out as well.
See Bowl Wasim Jr. ahead of Harris Ralph in the next over. Back, throws wide.
Yeah, you bowl him and then Harris Ralph and then Wasim again. You could also go to Naseem, who's only 2 more to go, so you've got Wasim to bowl the next one and then probably Harris Ralph. Because if Wasim can nail one of those Yorkers and you think that the new batter will have more problems clearing the fence than the man that in, that's Mitchell.
Yeah, good from Daryl Mitchell, and obviously they want to finish strong with some big hits. And I think, Simon, you mentioned what we've talked about, forcing him to hit to the big side of the ground as much as Diminish. An interesting story I mentioned earlier about Nazim Shah. Just talking to him before the game, it's something that's out there. He was kind of out of white ball cricket and was on tour to the Caribbean last year for the Test Series, and then he got in contact with Dwayne Bravo and got a play in the CPL and talked about how that has improved his white ball game. Those sorts of Yorkers and cutters have elevated him into the T20 international.
Pace off.
Yeah, I mean, Pakistan playing so much cricket in the UAE previously, and their side who play well where there's not a huge score. The middling score is where Pakistan are in their element. And you think 150, 145, 50 is exactly that.
Yeah, those are the games when the two key men who haven't really stood up in this tournament so far, he's one of them, Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, are the games that they relish a little more, aren't they? Those 150, 155 chases. Straight and hard from Daryl Mitchell. Shamim Shah does well. That's rough. In the last couple of years, he's been one of the best in the business. Economy rate against the left-handers is good. Slightly worse against the right-handers. Final overs specialist, of course. Average speeds through games around that mid to late 140s. Nice variation as well.
He's got pace, that we know. He does pick up wicket. He bowls the difficult overs. So the power play and then the back end. So still manages to keep the run rate in check. And when it's tailing, he's even more with that high pace and the ball just deviating, going off the straight.
Oh, Mitchell will feel like he's missed out here because Harris Ralph has missed his length. It's half volley length, but it's just cannoned into the pad and the shorter side as well. You can see the disappointment.
Yeah, as you come to the back end, as you come to the very end of the innings, you want everything to just be your way. And they've built it up that they can get to 150, they can get to maybe 155, but things need to go their way. Like a little slick left side, they'll run away to the fence.
Yeah, only Finn Allen has a better strike rate than Jimmy Neesham. From New Zealand's point of view, 162 he strikes at in his career. He's a key figure at the back end of the innings. Another off-pace delivery, but it's just sliding a touch. On the leg side boundary, one behind square, one at mid-wicket, one at long on. A good off-cutter at pace this time from Harris Ralph.
Yeah, he's got really good with that slow one, with that off-cutter. I was just mentioning earlier as well. Got it for that fantastic six by Kohli, and he's just gone off it through this tournament. He's now returned to it because maybe the surface demands it, but he bowled it so well, and I was quite surprised that he hadn't used it more throughout the tournament.
Well, full toss this time. I don't think it's a no ball. And half century for Daryl Mitchell, his third 50 in T20 international cricket, and his second one in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup semi-final. Naseem gets a Yorker right again. Will they push for two? They will. Mitchell comes back comfortably. 50 for Daryl Mitchell. It's been an important one for him. Ian Bishop is still sidelined for us. And Ian Bishop, which camp are you sort of favouring, I guess, at the moment? I know we don't like to predict too much, but 150, let's say 155. What sort of chase is that from a Pakistan point of view?
Dooley, give me a second to come back to you. Yeah, good change of pace. And they get through for a back. Dooley, you know how I hate predictions, because if we as former players could predict so much of this, we'd not be here. We'd be on a yacht sailing in the Mediterranean with Bill Gates and company. But I think Pakistan, generally, Bazit can testify to this, if they are chasing anything under that 160 in sort of these kind of subcontinental conditions almost, they fancy themselves.
Yeah, but so you predicted that Pakistan are going to win. We'll take that.
No. Don't get ahead of yourself, Bazit. I just say what if now. New Zealand, though, with their spinners. So I'm sitting on the fence literally down here. Simon, don't put me on the spot like that, please.
No. And speaking of fancying themselves, Bazit has got a smile on his face beside me. Swung this time out towards the man at mid-wicket. It won't carry. In the end, Shan Masood decides to not even bother. He thinks that one is just as good as maybe trying to go for it and costing more.
I wonder if he saw that at all, because I was looking at a good angle from here, and I was watching the trajectory of the ball, and he never moved in a touch. I don't think he picked it up very much at all, and Nazim Shah wants to know why, Simon. I just think he never saw it.
The light tower maybe, Bish?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. Another good Yorker. It's outside the line of leg stump, though.
Yeah, it's been brilliant from Naseem Shah again. He's been, throughout this tournament, able to change the pace and work with that so beautifully. And because of that change of pace, the Yorker then with pace on becomes more effective as well. That is quick and cutting into the pads.
72 in Abu Dhabi against England last year was exceptional. Got New Zealand through to that final against Australia. 2 balls to go. High, this one won't carry either. They should get 2. 2 it is. So New Zealand breached the 150 mark.
Again, the back of the hand slow one that's worked so beautifully throughout the tournament. Pakistan right now, anything that doesn't go to the fence is a victory. And that is, as Ian Bish mentioned, subcontinent life.
Yeah, you've still got to bowl to the conditions, and I think Pakistan have been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant tonight so far. There's that gap at deep and mid-wicket. 55 metres. Last ball. Mitchell on strike. Can't get it away. And Mohammad Rizwan says that will be enough. We are quite happy chasing 153. And I think that is a wonderful performance from the Pakistan bowlers. New Zealand wanted to bat first. Kane Williamson had no hesitation. And to a man, this Pakistan bowling attack have been exceptional. They've restricted to New Zealand to 152 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs.